I had previously covered the time Judas Priest and Ozzy Osbourne were accused of being responsible for encouraging fans of theirs to take their own lives. Each of these stories resulted in the parents of the deceased bringing lawsuits against the musicians. Those stories happened in the 80s when heavy metal and hard rock were under constant scrutiny for negatively influencing America's youth without any studies to prove so. A similar case with a different twist happened to the metal band Slayer in 2001, and that's what we're going to explore in today's video. In the mid-90s, 3 California teens, including 15-year-olds Jacob Delaschmidt, Joseph Fiorella, and 16-year-old Royce Casey, were avid Slayer fans and in their own band named Hatred. The trio were social outcasts and had rough upbringings dabbling in drugs and alcohol, and were big fans of the occult. They believed, according to news reports, that they would need to commit, and I quote, a sacrifice to the devil to get their band to land a major recording contract and improve their skills as musicians. Sadly, the young men would carry through with their plan, which happened on a July evening in 1995. The trio would phone a 15-year-old girl named Elise Pahler, who was the eldest of 4 kids, whose father was a contractor and mother was a tennis instructor. According to Entertainment Weekly, Delaschmidt had met Pahler in a drug treatment program and had previously gone to school together before Delaschmidt was kicked out. On that July evening, the trio lured the blonde teen with a promise of pot to a wooded area overlooking the ocean. After meeting up with the teens and chatting for a bit, they viciously attacked and killed her. Pahler's parents would report their daughter missing, but no body would be found. Unbeknownst to the authorities and the parents at the time, their daughter's body was lying nearly a quarter of a mile from their home. It was months after the murder that Royce Casey had found God and became a Christian, renouncing his past beliefs and actions, but also feeling guilt over what he had done. Casey by this point had been estranged from his bandmates and was worried that he or other women would be the target of his former friends, as they'd previously hinted that Elise wouldn't be the only one offered as a sacrifice. Casey would confess his crimes to a clergyman and eventually to the police, and led them to the location of Pahler's body. Soon afterwards, the other 2 youths would be arrested and confess to their part of the crime. It was now March of 1996, and it came out later that this wasn't the first time the boys had tried to kill Elise. The previous attempt, Elise thought the boys were joking around and never reported it. Casey would tell the police that they carried out the act as a satanic sacrifice and were inspired by the band Slayer, whose song Altar of Sacrifice featured the lyrics, and I quote, "High priest awaiting dagger in hand, spilling the pure virgin blood." The 3 youths would be sentenced to 25 years to life. Pahler's parents would then file a lawsuit against Slayer, their label, American Recordings, and the parents of the teens. They would claim that the band and the company violated a California business code which prohibited the marketing and distribution to minors of harmful and obscene material. The lawsuit had to wait nearly 4 years until it went to civil court. The lawsuit contended that songs like Postmortem and Dead Skin Mass gave the perpetrators of their daughter's murder a step-by-step guide. Fiorella reportedly told police that Slayer's music, and I quote, started to influence the way I looked at things. But his bandmate Delaschmidt told a different story, telling the Washington Post, and I quote, "The music is destructive. That's not why Elise was murdered. She was murdered because Joe was obsessed with her and obsessed with killing her." The band and their label would claim protection under the First Amendment, and a judge would agree, throwing out the case, despite the fact that the judge thought the lyrics for the songs were repulsive. The movie Jennifer's Body would draw some inspiration from the murder case. As recently as 2021, Casey was granted parole, but a petition to have California Governor Gavin Newsom overturn the decision succeeded. Then as recently as June of this year, a judge would reverse the governor's decision to deny Casey's parole, with Casey's lawyer putting out a statement that read, "Very barbaric and callous, heinous and deplorable. Like I said, we follow the law, but we also follow the heart, and we realize the severity of the crime. That is number 1. Number 2 is that Royce Casey is a rehabilitated man." As for the family, they would put out a statement appearing more at peace with what happened, saying the family is prepared for Royce to be paroled. They know it is going to happen at some point. For the most part, the family is at peace with the decision. Royce has been generally an honor inmate. He's really tried to reform his life and make better of himself. The family has accepted it. But Pahler's family also added that they strongly oppose paroling of the other 2 men involved in the crime. That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like button and subscribe, and we'll see you again rock on your stories. Take care.